Brandon Everett Tribe.
I am back. What it do, baby?
We back, man. Welcome back to another episode of Unconventional Analysis. From now to the end of time, I'm your host, J Magic, man. Before I even start, I'd like to send love and condolences to all affected by Hurricane Helen. It has been sobering time. But before I get into it, I'm going to let my co-host tell you a little bit from her eyes. And I'll be right back.
Welcome to Unconventional Analysis from now until the end of time. I am your host. I'm your co-host, MJ. Let me tell you all about what we did during Hurricane Helen. So we decided to wake up and go to walk the dogs all around the neighborhood. I've been taking pictures and videos all about the trees and all the pond and stuff. Not ponds. It was flooding, so basically ponds. But all the trees and stuff, and you'll see that on my dad's podcast. So when we decided to do that, we were just walking all around the neighborhood, just looking, just watching, and seeing what other people do. And since Hurricane Helen came, everybody just came together, gathered up, grilled, cooked, and stuff. So kind of brung everybody together. But after that, when we was walking the dogs, I saw somebody taking pictures and videos of stuff. So I was like, hey, are you a photographer by any chance? She was like, no, I just really like taking pictures. And she was just taking pictures of nature, and she said how nature is very beautiful. So after that, we went back home. We made some sandwiches, something to eat. And right after that, it started getting dark. So we got some lights, and we was just staying up, and we did 2 more strolls around the neighborhood to see if anybody else had lights. So after that, we went back home, got some lights in the house, and we just started laying down. Yeah, there was lights by our porch, so we grabbed them up, we picked them up, and we brung them in the house because they was really the lights go off their solar power. Is that what it's called? Solar power?
Yeah, that's solar light.
Yeah, solar power. And so it would stay on all night. So after in the morning, we took the lights off. We took the lights back outside, and we just started doing what we do. Just started doing stuff. And in the night, we was making ourselves where we're gonna sleep because we didn't have any power and any AC. So we slept in the living room, and we got books and chess and stuff. We started playing that. We started playing board games, and it was actually pretty fun yesterday. We started reading books, and we got those lights that we took from the ground. We was reading the book, and we was doing that so we can see the book and read it. It was actually a really fun night. And today, when we got up, we went riding around again to see if anybody else had lights again. And while we did that, my mom was like, did you know at the monitor center there's gonna be food and water and stuff? So we went there. Nobody was there. And when we was finally about to leave, somebody finally came up with the grill. So we was like, no, we're not doing this. So we tried to go to Wendy's, and the line was so long. I think so long. So then my mom, she called my dad and was like, hey, we got our lights back. So we went to the house. Oh, and we cooked some dinner and stuff. Yummy, very yummy. And as we was eating dinner, my mom was like, "Oh, hey, did you see this?" And she was reading something off of Facebook or somewhere. I don't know. And it was like school's out until October the 14th, and I was like, I don't like school. School's the worst. Yep. So, for the past 2 days, the internet and power have been out. The power is on now, but the Wi-Fi is still out, sadly. Um, this morning when we didn't have any power yet, my dad was trying to cook sausages out of like a burn barrel and starting a fire, and it was not it. The fire kept going out in 2 seconds. It was really funny. Yeah. Oh yeah, he was super mad. It was kind of funny actually. Kind of funny and sad at the same time. Yeah.
He tried.
Yeah, he tried. He tried. So, gotta give him that. All right, back to my dad. Let's go. Bye.
I'm back. I hope you guys enjoyed MJ's first podcast as the co-host. I know I enjoyed it. So we'll go to the very first day. First day was trying. I'll say that. The first day, woke up, no power. But the refrigerator was still cold, so kids ate cereal, and I started devising plans of what we was gonna do for the day. Kids eat their cereal. We throw on some light clothes, and the first thing we do is take a walk. I want to see how extensive the damage was in my neighborhood and also surrounding neighborhoods. So we take a walk. We grab all the dogs for protection because it might be stray dogs out, crazy people out, you never know. So we grab all the dogs for our protection. I actually have some video, but we don't have internet at the moment. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to get the video to y'all. I digress. Now, we start walking the neighborhoods. We see trees down, power lines down. We see homes in bad shape. We see trees on top of homes. It's flooding everywhere. Everywhere is flooding. The park down the road from our house, destroyed. There's a tree on the skate park side, and on the basketball side, it's straight flooded, just straight flooded. Uh, one of the guys in our town took a raft, and he wrapped it in the flooded part of the park. We got pictures, we got videos, man. I got it. Once the internet gets up, I'm gonna bring these to y'all. He also went to the underpass because the train goes over the top, but there's also a part where the cars can travel under the train. It's the underpass. It's also flooded because it's a U shape. So everything in the U is flooded. He took his raft to the U of the underpass and he was sitting in the raft in the underpass. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take this laptop with me to work tomorrow, and I'm gonna get all the pictures and all the videos. I'm gonna try to, if my job has internet, I'm gonna try to. We've been out of work for about what's today? About 5 days, so it'll be good to go back to work. But we went walking to see everything, and the devastation was crazy, man. I'm from Florida, so I know all about hurricanes. I've slept through many hurricanes. I've slept through a lot of them. This one was a little different. And the only reason it was a little different is because I'm in a different state and we're in a different state of living. Like, we got our spot, and everybody else around us has trees. I'm talking about huge trees. We have trees behind us, on the side of us, like in the front of us. It's trees everywhere, and these are big oak trees, pecan trees, pine cone trees. Like, these are some huge trees. So trees can fall as they did. I'm gonna take a picture in the morning of the tree right behind my house. It is a huge tree, and it has been uprooted by the roots, and it's just laying in the field where the kids play football at. I'm gonna take a picture and I'm gonna show y'all, man. So these trees, they falling left and right, everywhere. So we worried about, trees falling on cars, houses, things of that nature. But it was we were blessed. I'll put it that way. We were blessed. Because soon as you walk out of our yard, you just start seeing the devastation. Like I said, big old tree fell in the back where the football field is. One street up, trees fell on houses, power lines, cars. Man, people. I saw at least 3 cars under trees. I saw 2 trees on houses, and we saw multiple trees on multiple power lines down. So we cut a couple blocks. I'll say we walked for a good 2 hours just surveying everything, because I want to see how far the damage was. The surrounding towns next to us, they were destroyed. I'm talking about gas stations burnt to the ground because of lightning, people's houses and cattle and fields and farms. Man, but devastation. So I thank God that we missed it. We missed the brunt of it, but man, it's crazy. I took MJ with me to videotape and take pictures. She was my photographer for the day. She was my cameraman for the day. It was crazy. Devastation like you never seen, from winds and rain. So after we get done walking the neighborhood, trying to figure out how everything looks, I come back to the house. I sit down and start game planning what we was about to do. We got board games. We got books. We can walk. We can exercise. I can tire them out. So basically, they won't even realize. I'll find ways to tire them out. So first things first, we do this. The day is basically done for us, because we know power ain't coming back on today because of all the devastation out in the city. So I know that we light our porch with solar panel lights. Little small ones, but they work. So I put them out towards the front of the yard to soak up as much sun as they can before night falls. We take another walk, but this time we go in the opposite direction. Cell service is down. You've watched movies where it almost feels like the end of the world is happening. There's no cell service, there's no power, there's no satellites. Like, it felt like that. But everybody came together. You see neighbors helping neighbors get trees out of their yard. Neighbors helping neighbors find dogs that done got loose. Neighbors helping neighbors get water, get food. Man, And honestly, this is what the world needed. God has a plan for everything, man. This might have been what we needed to connect with people again, because I've had so many people come check on me. I've had so many people reach out. I've witnessed with my eyes the goodness of humanity. I'll put it like that. I witnessed that we can be a good people, a great people, man. And maybe it's just the few that I've seen, or maybe it's just the circle that I hang around with that are the good people. But I've seen it, man. Like, I don't want to get into details and everything like that, but I fuck with y'all. Y'all my podcast. Y'all my people. You are the tribe. So, my house was the first house to get power in the group of people that I know. We barbecued. People washed clothes at my house. People took showers at my house. We fellowship, man. We sat outside, and we, even though we had lights and the AC was on in the house, we sat outside on the porch and just played music and grilled and talked and laughed. And man, my yard has never been so full of people. My driveway has never been so full of vehicles. Like, I've seen people cooking at the youth centers and things like that and giving food away. I've seen people offering what little they have to people in need. And that gives me hope. If that don't give you hope, that gives me hope, man. And we ain't out the woodworks, because a lot of towns still don't have power. And you know what? There's 2 more hurricanes coming in the same path. In the same path that Hurricane Helen took, there's 2 more hurricanes coming. And we weren't prepared. I'm not going to lie to you. We thought we were, but we weren't prepared. Well, we will be prepared for these next 2. We were prepared in terms of food and shelter and gas and being in place, but we weren't prepared living caveman style again. I'm gonna tell you that for real. Check this out. Okay, so boom. It's day 2. I'm hungry. Kids hungry. I got a burn barrel outside. I'm like, hey, we finna cook these sausages. I'm gonna take the tray out of the oven. I know it's clean. I know it's good. I'm gonna put the tray on the burn barrel, light the burn barrel, and we're gonna cook these sausages. I know it's gonna, man. Mind you, I've been burning this burn barrel nonstop for 2 days. But this day, the day that the lights is out and I actually need the burn barrel, it did not light. It failed me miserably. I don't want to hear about the wind or the time of day, because I've been burning this burn barrel nonstop. Because before the storm came, we had leaves and limbs in the yard, leaves that we had that had fell off the trees, big old limbs that had fell out. We chopping them up, put them in the burn barrel, we burning them. Like, we've been burning this burn barrel nonstop. But on this day, it just would not light. To save my life, my little brother brought out butane and napkins. He soaked the napkins in butane, heated up under the dry leaves in the burn barrel and burned it. The napkin burned all the way till it was about to reach the dry leaves and it stopped. Like, just my luck. Like, and I realized something. In that moment, I realized something. I realized I had lost my edge. I had lost it. The edge, that the drive that I had that brought me to here where I am right now, I had I lost it. I done got too domesticated and I got too comfortable. I lost that dog, that hunger, that him. I lost that. In that moment, just me trying to make them sausages on the burn barrel and it not working clicked and registered to me like, bruh, you're gonna have to get back to the basics. You're gonna have to get back to the basics. Like, it messed with me so much that I took a walk and just talked to myself. Like, dang, that could have worked. Yeah, it could have worked. What went wrong? Maybe I ain't give it enough time. Maybe, I don't know. But something went wrong. And I realized that primitiveness, that's what it is. That primitiveness was gone. But snapped out of it, came back, and we figured it out. So the first night that we lost power went by pretty smooth. We played board games, card games. We played What Do You Mean? Chess, checkers. My little brother played MJ in chess. He won. He played me in chess. He won. He played EJ in checkers. He won. Like, and that's crazy because I used to kick his ass all the time playing chess. Again, I've lost that part. When you don't do it as much as you used to, you lose it. And I used to be a grand master in chess. We used to travel. We used to travel and kick motherfuckers' ass in chess. I'm talking about 6 moves and the game over. We done traveled 3 hours just to beat your ass in 6 moves, and we felt good. Like, man. But that was when I was growing up in the hood and at the Boys and Girls Club. And the people at the Boys and Girls Club was teaching me how to play chess. And it was a hunger, like I said. That hunger has to come back. And this podcast is what's bringing that hunger back. Because the whole time I didn't have no power, the whole time I was like, man, I need footage for my podcast. This would be a perfect podcast. We survived Hurricane Helen. And we survived beautifully. So, the podcast is what's my hunger now. But I digress. Anyways, we ended up the first night again. We ended up playing board games, chess, checkers. What do you mean? And then finally, you get tired of playing games, baby. I'm like, all right. Downstairs is a library. In the game room, we have books. Perfect time. Everybody grab a book. I'm about to go and get these solar panel lights from out in the front that I done already put in the ground for right now. We go get the solar panel lights, hold them sideways, and we reading books until we fall asleep. I ain't no dummy. Without power everywhere, it's the best time to hit somebody. So I'm strapped in the living room. I'm laying in the living room. We done opened all the windows, letting the breeze in. I'm sleeping on the couch. Got my baby on the other couch. My middle boy, he's laying on the floor. in the living room, and my oldest boy, he went to his bedroom. He opened up his room window in his bedroom. He's like, I ain't sleeping in here with y'all. I'm going to my bedroom. So he goes to his bedroom and he's reading books, texting, reaching out, making sure, figuring out. So we reading books, and one by one, kids fall asleep. And this whole time, my girl, she's at work. I said she's a nurse, so she has no choice but to go in. She went to work at 7 o'clock. So when she went to work, it was still daytime outside. So I've had the kids from the time she went. Like, I've had them all day, of course, because I've been home. But I've really got them now. So I've had the kids from the time she went to work till now it's dark. And we reading books, playing board games, doing what we do. Finally, one by one, they start drifting off to sleep. Love you, baby. Good night. Sweet dreams. We got a whole lot planned for tomorrow. All right, so boom. Day 2 starts like this. We wake up in the morning, see if the milk is still good. So now we got to figure out what we're going to do for breakfast. Good thing is, a day or two before the storm happened, I did a little last minute stocking up. We went and got water, bread, gas, essentials. Stuff that you wouldn't need in a microwave, basically. We went and got a bunch of shit that you won't need in a microwave, but if we out of power for a while, we'll be able to eat. So day 2, boom. We hit the pantry. Pantry has snacks, breakfast food, waters, Gatorades, etc. If it's in there, if you can think of it, it's in there. So boom, everybody hits the pantry. We grab us something for breakfast. I grab 2 breakfast bars, a beef stick, and a Gatorade. We go outside. Now I have this portable speaker that you seen earlier. Maybe it's the portable speaker from when EJ had practice. That portable speaker. I'll show you another picture of it. We got a portable speaker. We like, all right, check this out. We finna blast some tunes. We turn the speaker on. We play maybe half a song and that bitch go dead. Man. So that is out the window. I'm like, all right, cool. I got a great idea. How about we work out? So we walk again. Working out while we working out. Once we get done working out, I want to take another look at the city. I want to see what's changed. How much of the city has power and how much is still damaged. So we take another walk. On this walk, I'm also looking to see, like, my people live up the road and one of my other homeboys live down the road. So I'm looking to see if they need help, making sure they straight, making sure all is good. So we walk in a direction, god dang. We walk in the direction of KJ's house. On the way to KJ's house, there is a power line down blocking 3/4 of the road. So you can't even go in that direction. So I'm like, all right, we can't do that because not only am I walking with me, but I got the kids. These power lines still active. Like, that's a no-go. So we turn around, go in the direction of my boy OT's house. Now, this is double back. Like, KJ lives all the way this way, and we almost made it to his house. OT lives all the way that way. So now I'm headed to his house. But by the time we a road and a half from my house, kids tired. They're ready to go back to the crib and see what's going on. So we slide back to the crib. At this time, my girl done got off. So we slide back to the crib. God dang. She lets me know what's going on. I let her know what's going on. That's the day I found out that in the city right next to us, the gas station had burnt down to the ground because lightning struck it during the hurricane. So we chopping it up. Trying to figure out what's what we about to do. So finally we like, all right, that's what we about to do. We ain't got no power, but we still have running water. So we're gonna have to take a cold shower. Everything will feel better once you get a shower. You know, even though it's cold, it'll feel good. Boom, we jump in the shower. Everybody changes clothes. We put our all our clothes, dirty clothes, in the laundry room. We all come sitting around in the living room. Everybody starts like, you know, kind of doing their own little thing. MJ got these arts and craft projects that she's doing. EJ's playing with Wrestling Man and some little stuff things. CJ, you know, going to his room. And that just leaves me and my girl. We sitting and I'm like, dang, we've been through some devastating moments, to say the least. But this is different. Hurricanes usually don't come this far in. Not as strong as they are anyways. They usually lose a category or two once they hit landfall. This one was hard. It stayed the same category the whole time. So we go over a game plan. We done came up with a game plan. We're gonna execute this game plan. And we feel good about it. So she goes off to work. Night two, me and the kids come back to the living room, sleep again. Day three, we pop up, you know, because we still ain't got no power. We pop up and figure out what we're gonna do for the day. I just had a feeling, man. I just had a feeling like this was gonna be the day. And it was. So get up. Well, not we, because I let the kids sleep in this morning. Well, that morning. I let the kids sleep in that morning. I popped out, locked the house up, and took a walk. 2 or 3 streets up had started getting power back. I'm like, dang, it could be a chance we get power back today. So I start hitting everybody up like, hey, if you ain't good, holla at me a little bit later. Like if you need anything, holla at me. Kids done got hungry, so we bang out. I think we went to Wendy's. Went to Wendy's and the line was packed because they had already had power for a day now. But when I tell you this line was so packed, this line was packed. And the whole time I'm in line, I'm like, man, power probably back on. do I really want to sit in this line? Uh, and then I get a call. It's my girl. She's like, "Hey, babe, the power's back on. I'm about to make something right now. Y'all can get out of line." So I bang. I'm like, I knew it. I knew it. So I start hitting everybody up. Hey, you can slide to my crib. If you need to wash clothes, if you need to take showers, if you need to cook some food, bro, I slide to my crib. I get back, sit in the AC. Ooh, bye. When I tell you, best, best AC ever. Best feeling ever. 3 days is what I went with no power in Hurricane Helen. But as I speak, it's still people with no power right now. So I'm going to do what I can to help. Speaking of, on the topic of good Samaritans throughout the world, I guess I caught the good Samaritan bug because I guess this morning, there was a lady, I was going to the store to grab some more gas because this store down the road had gas and nobody was going to that gas station. Homeboy called me and said, "Hey, I know where we can get some gas from. I'm at the gas station right now and I'm the only one at the pump." I said, "Bet, I'm on the way." I had gas, but you can never have too much gas, you feel me? So shout out to my boy OT, man. So I went to the gas station to get some gas, grabbed some candy and something else, got dang, slid back to the crib. There was this lady broke down at the stop sign. I'm not gonna lie to you, I passed her. And she was waving me down. But the further I got down the road, the more it was eating at me. And I kept looking in the rearview mirror and nobody else was stopping. So I was like, eh. Broke a U-turn, spun it around. I pulled up behind her. She was like, "Yeah, I was flagging you down. I didn't think you was gonna stop." I was like, "You remind me of my mom. I had to stop. I had to. 'Cause my conscience would have ate at me. I had to. I had to stop." So she's like, "Thank you for stopping. I don't know what's wrong. I hear a scraping sound under my car." And I'm like, "Okay, put the car. The car's already in park, but I want her to hit the emergency brake. Like I don't want it to roll. You feel me? I don't want her to get inside the car and forget I'm up under there and just run me over." So I'm like, "All right, hit the emergency brake." She hit the emergency brake. I climb up under the car. It ain't nothing but some paneling. Some paneling's down. It needs a screw to put the paneling back in place, or you can just cut the whole piece off. So I climbed from up under the car. I'm like, "Ma'am, I got good news for you. It ain't nothing serious." I popped the paneling back. It's just your paneling. I pop the paneling back. If you really want, I can get a screw and screw it back in. He was like, "No, thank you very much. Let me give you some money." And I was like, "No, you ain't got to give me no money. Thank you for allowing me to help you out. Like, thank you for allowing me to be of service." And she was like, "You sure?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm positive. Like, I'm sure." I made sure she turned the emergency lights off, put the car back in drive, and disconnected to the emergency brakes. And when she started rolling, you ain't hear nothing. She beeped the horn, and I was gone because by then I had already had people calling me, letting me know that they was about to pull up at my house to do what they needed to do. So I slide back to the crib. Um, my girls there, the kids all outside, and her mom pulled up. But with her mom, my homeboy, his kids, his wife, who's expecting sometime soon. Yeah, because I'm gonna spoil the hell out of that baby. Um, they all came over, and you know, people in need, you gotta help them out, especially if they've helped you out before. Because these particular people, we lived with them before we got this house that we're in right now. Like the last place that we were in was so bad. Like floors falling in, broken windows that the landlord wasn't fixing, like slumlord style stuff. Deplorable situations. Like, but at the time it was all we had. This is what we had. This was our spot. Beautiful land. Spot was straight. We had a lot of place for our dogs, like, and we saved money being there. But it was terrible. So finally, when we had enough, we was like, man, forget this. Like, something's got to give. That's when I had first ran into Becky Nichols, my realtor, who helped me get this place. And we had decided we was done with that other place. So while we were in the process of getting this place and being out of that place, those people were very, they were very gracious to us by giving us a place to live. For about 5 months, we stayed with them. We spent Christmas with them and everything. I'll show you some of those pictures too, because we had a dope Christmas. We spent Christmas with them, had 2 Christmas trees, well, 2 families in one house. Like, they looked out for us. So for us to look out for them was the least we can do. My mom came over, man. They came over. My homeboys came over. Like, for me to be able to give refuge in a time of need made me feel good. I'll just put it like that. Because these people have helped me out, whether they know it or not. In one way or another, they have helped me. Least I can do is return the favor. Now it's time to help somebody that you don't know. At the bottom of this video, I'm going to leave my Cash App. If you would like to help someone in need, donate. I will videotape me helping that person if that helps your conscience. Knowing that your money went the right way. Right. Knowing that your money went to the right place. There's still a lot of people who could use help. And I'm willing to help. If you're willing to help, the Cash App is down below. And who knows? We'll make a podcast out of it, man. Speaking of, my homeboy OT is also expecting. Congratulations to him also. It's crazy, man, because in the time of pure destruction, there has been joy everywhere. It's crazy. It's unexplainable. It's unimaginable. That's what it is. But it's also life, man. Life is crazy like that. Life is fickle. It'll be good to you one day, and it'll be the worst the next. You'll feel like everything's perfect one day, and then you wake up the next day, and then everything's gone to shit. Like, you You trying to figure out like how did we get here? Like, how did this happen? But it's a part of life, man. It's a part of life. I'm just grateful to have the circle that I have around me, to have the ability to help. I'm just grateful. If you're still sitting here listening at this time, I hope that you found a greater love for humanity as I have. I've seen that we can be a beautiful people, people who come together no matter what color, black, white, no matter race, no matter religion. I've seen the wonders that we can do. I've seen it firsthand. And not just with the people in my circle. Like I've said, I've seen the people at the center cooking food. I've seen the people by Subway giving out fresh water, bags of ice. People that I work with offering their home to people. Like I've seen the good that we can do. And I love it. It's sad that it took a hurricane to stop not the world, but stop our world in its tracks for us to come together. And like I said earlier, that might have been what we needed. We needed that camaraderie, that brotherhood, that come togetherness. We needed that because I've seen so many families walking the streets since the power's been out, hand in hand, having a good time, just walking and talking. People walking their dogs, kids on bicycles again. Like when the park finally, when the water finally receded from the park, I saw the park explode with kids playing basketball. Like maybe, maybe that's what we needed. We needed that disconnect from the internet, from social media, from the outside world to connect with our world again, to connect with our people again. That's exactly what we needed. I ain't gonna hold you too long, but I'm gonna leave you with these words right here. You never know when the next disaster is around the corner, be it a natural disaster or just a disaster, period. Keep your loved ones close. Make sure to say, I love you. Drink water. This has been J Magic, Unconventional Analysis. It ain't been the best eye view of what happened during the hurricane, but it was the best I can do. It's some who can do better. It's some whose memory is better, man. My memory ain't the best. I've been told I leave out parts. I've been told I forget parts. Like I say, my memory ain't the best. That's why I wanted to bring day by day coverage of the hurricane, but like I said, I wasn't prepared. My laptop was only on 6%. My speaker was on 10%. My phone was on 5%. Like I was not prepared. But I will be prepared for the next one. And I will bring you day by day coverage, moment by moment coverage if I have to, because I want to be better at this. This video might not have all the videos and the pictures and everything like that because, like I said, we don't have internet and MJ has everything on her phone. But from now on, I'm going to do my best to bring y'all a better podcast every time because this is where my hunger is now. This has been the Unconventional Analysis Hurricane Helen podcast. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing. Thank you for viewing the page. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for coming back if you're a subscriber. Thank you for coming back even if you ain't. Hold on to your loved ones, man. Thank you very much. Just sitting here listening to me talk. Bringing y'all what I bring y'all. My whole schedule's been thrown off. I ain't been to work in 5 days. My whiteboard that I had podcast that I was gonna bring y'all in schedule, that's been thrown off because the games got postponed or pushed back or canceled. Like, but you know what? Georgia did lose to Alabama. Yeah, dang. That makes me feel good. Georgia did lose to Alabama. As a Florida fan, makes me feel good. Alabama having them on the ropes, man. I know this is the Hurricane. I know this is the Hurricane podcast, but I got listen. Alabama post Nick Saban. I didn't think they was gonna be nothing because you know Nick is the master. He's the grand wizard. What Nick Saban says goes. Like he got them boys. He be the one whipping them boys into shape. But also Alabama has talent. So ooh, this is shaping up to be a wonderful college football season. There's a lot that I can't touch right now because this is just the Hurricane podcast. I'll do another podcast about everything else a little bit later, but sneak peek. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all very much. From the bottom of my heart, man, I just want to say thank you because you can be anywhere else. You can click on any other video. You can do whatever. Like, thank you. Thank you very much. My little passion talking to people, getting to know people, talking about whatever. It's my passion. Thank you for just listening. From the bottom of my heart, man. Thank you. For real.
I'm a believer, I can